course, he's fighting at home, so he's got a lot of crowd support here, which is the kind of support that you need. Flashy, very stylish as well in his walk onto the podium. A lot then is expected of him in the ring today. And his opponent is Bariki Aibon of Tanzania. We'll wait to see how he walks onto the ring as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 6-round contest in the super welterweight division. And our timekeeper tonight, as usual, we have Ruben Odipo.
So Bariki Aibon, only 2 fights. He last fought against Joseph Masunga.
Charles Juma and George Osman. Our referee tonight is Francis Orlando. Now let's meet the fighters, ladies and gentlemen, in the red corner. Representing Kenya, with a record 10 wins, 3 defeats, and 1 draw, is George Onyango. All right, and in the blue corner, representing Tanzania, is unbeaten with a record of 2 wins and no defeats. This is Bariki Aibon.
So Aibon won on a technical knockout against Joseph Masunga the last time. Here's the instructions.
Hear me always and protect yourself at all times. Hit gloves.
Well, they've got the instructions to protect themselves at all times. Now, that's what our boxer earlier on, Christopher Osicho, was not doing. Protect yourself at all times. The referee says it. You've got to.
Exactly.
So maybe this is going to be a lot more explosive than we had earlier on.
And don't forget, Orlando is also a former boxer. With Kenya Breweries.
Who's that? The referee you mean? Yeah, he's a former boxer,
was my teammate.
He was your teammate at the Breweries, yeah?
Both from KCC to Breweries.
Okay, the center referee. So Chris Orlando, the referee, has asked them to touch gloves. They've come into the center of the ring now. Onyango is the one with the red shorts with his back to us at the moment. And Tanzanian Aibon is with the flag colors of Tanzania and the red boots. And is on the left of your screens at the moment. Looking very solid, the 2 boxers. And that means they'll be trading some very heavy punches here. And you can see the experience as well in the way they are sizing each other up, Zhao. All looking at where and who is going to throw the first punch. The first right and the left, both of which miss. Then Onyango just misses with an uppercut. He was going in a little bit early there. And he seems to have a plan, Atanas, doesn't he?
Sure. He's very clean and very neat in what he's doing.
That's the second uppercut he has attempted, although he didn't get onto the face of Aibon. Aibon with his back to the camera at the moment on the left of your screens, facing Kenya's George Onyango. Oh, that's a good right-left then coming from George Onyango, and that lands squarely on the face of Aibon, who tries some very wide swings. Aibon, both of which didn't get there. But Onyango is just landing some very soft punches on the abdomen. I don't know what he's testing on Aibon's abdomen. They're not very powerful ones. They're not meant to really get the oxygen out of him. And he might just be playing it a little bit safe. That's a 1-2, a very light one. Doesn't go with all the energy that you'd want to go into a fight with. Aibon tries to counter. A little bit of concentration coming in from Onyango. He goes for a 1-2-3 combination, all of which land onto the face of Aibon. Distorts him a little bit and makes him throw some wild punches in the frustration of it. Hard right that doesn't get onto the... But he manages to catch Onyango with a left swing as well. So in as much as Onyango is throwing the soft punches, he should be very wary of absorbing a hard punch from Aibon.
Exactly. He should be very careful.
One of those punches can very easily end the fight.
Exactly, and it might bring something which is no good.
Well, a good uppercut and a good left swing coming from Onyango, catching Aibon. 1-2-3 again. He goes for a swing. Aibon tries to distort it with a left. That's another good left coming from Onyango. He's trying to avoid Aibon's, but he's going on these very little, hooks and swings that are getting onto Aibon's face. Aibon's punches are wider and heavier. This is quite a contrast from the two boxers. One of the boxers just wanting to be stylish and not spending all the energy to floor his opponent, but making sure that he's weakening him and getting the points as well. That's round one. An exciting round for all here.
Very, very exciting. Onyango has really displayed boxing, and that's very good in him.
But he's not putting in the power yet in those punches, is he?
Maybe we'll see in the next round what he's gonna do.
Or maybe if we saw it in the first round, he would have finished the fight. Sometimes it happens as well.
Yeah,
but this
sure.
man has got some style.
Yeah,
My
he has
only
got some.
worry is that the punches are very soft in what he's giving. It's like he's just trying to taunt his opponent before he goes hard. And his opponent, on the other hand, is coming in with the hard punches early enough.
Maybe we'll see in the next coming rounds. Maybe he's gonna use his power.
Atana's is a former boxer, so he probably knows it better than I do. He says we probably will see it later on. He's a former super featherweight national champion. And it's a privilege to sit with him on the ringside and in the commentary box to be able to talk to you about what's going on. This is live for you on TV47 and Azam Sports and NBC as well. The Nightmare in Nairobi is already in the third fight here, and we've already seen one knockout, one referee stop contest, and one fight that went the full round. This one is George Onyango of Kenya versus Bariki Aibon of Tanzania. Well, Aibon is becoming very frantic, throwing wild punches with all the power. He looks the stockier of the two boxers. That means he's looks like he's the one that should be throwing the heavier punches. On the other hand, Atanas, George Onyango seems to have the longer reach, but he has not used it yet.
Exactly. That's what I was expecting. I was expecting Onyango to use the reach, because he's got the reach and the advantage.
So he hasn't used the advantage yet, but he's landing some soft uppercuts and soft hooks on the face of Aibon. That's another left that goes into Aibon's, a second left as well. And one into the abdomen. Literally just taunting him out and not really throwing the punches to actually hurt him. Picking up the points in the process. But he must still be careful about any hard punches that may come from Aibon. Another right-left combination. That's a good left going into the face of Onyango as well from Aibon. He throws one into the ribs of Onyango. Onyango again with some easy 1-2-3 combination. For the points, yes.
He's not using his power.
He's not using the power yet. That's a hook, that's an uppercut that should have been going on. A swing as well that goes in. A right-left, a good right this time round. And he's got his opponent on the ground. Surprisingly, when we're talking about not having any power here, he surprisingly gets his opponent onto the ground.
He caught him nicely. He caught him with a very good right hand.
Well, his fans quite happy with himself in the way he's doing it. Aibon says, I'm ready to go on. We're still in round 2 of 6, and there's more than half a minute still remaining in this. Onyango has gone in with the right quite easily. Aibon doesn't seem to have had any reply to that. He comes in with a wild right swing. That's another left-right from Aibon. He's very careful now about the jabs that are coming from Onyango, who's defending himself and putting his guard up, giving a chance to Aibon to open up. He goes in with a right-left from Aibon. Doesn't quite catch Onyango, who steps back and comes in with his own flurry of soft punches which are really unsettling Aibon, because he knows if those punches coming in with power, there's going to be a difference here. A right-left, right-left. Another hard left from Onyango. Catching him on the right again, and at the bell, it is actually Onyango who has run this round as well, Atanas, don't you think?
Onyango has really done nice in that round. He really boxed well. He caught the guy with a very good right. The guy went for the count, and Onyango should put more pressure on the guy now to stop him maybe in the third round. That's my take.
Well, an exchange of punches here, and Onyango was being a little bit careful. He was unsettled a bit when he realized that the punches were coming hard from Aibon. Then now he had to throw his own hard punches, a right, left, and another right that went into the face of Aibon. Finally sent him to the ground. Mr. Orlando had to step in there very quickly to stop that, so that we can see whether there's going to be a count in it. But it has gone on. We are going into round 3. What do you think will happen in this round?
I told you Onyango he goes by, he's hitting up, he's hitting up.
Oh, he's hitting up in terms of the weight of the punches.
Exactly.
Now they're getting a little bit harder.
Yeah. What I noticed of him is he's a slow starter.
The slow starter.
Yeah.
Says Atanas Nzau, the former national super featherweight champion, and who also boasts of having been in the same club with the referee of this contest. But we'll concentrate on what's going on in the ring at the moment. Again, it's wild punches from Aibon. He's trying to throw the heaviest punches to land anywhere that he can at the moment. Onyango goes in with a right, and Onyango is being very careful on how he's punching. Now, I'll tell you something, Atanas Nzau, if you've been watching, if you've watched professional boxing, you know of a boxer called Abdullah Mason. Do you know him?
I know him.
Yeah, he goes in with those soft punches like that onto the hook and into the chin and manages to still get the better of his opponents. And that's what Onyango is trying to do here.
He's a southpaw.
Yes, he's a southpaw. Abdullah Mason is a southpaw, but Onyango is not.
He's not.
But he has adopted a stance similar to that as well. Now trying to get on the points, punching his opponent into the abdomen, trying to look for the body punches, and now going for the right punches as well. And Aibon goes down.
Very easily.
Very easily, you would say, wouldn't you?
He was caught downstairs.
Well, Aibon certainly trying to give the best here, but succumbing to the punches that are coming from George Onyango.
They were body punches. They were body punches.
Well, obviously Onyango has been watching a lot of international boxing. He's adopted a style that we have seen in some of the boxers who come from the United States of America, most notably Abdullah Mason, in the way he goes in with his punches and the way he always stays clean, stays away from his opponent all the time, and only lands the soft punches and the hard ones when he can. So that's the tact that we have seen on George Onyango at the moment. And 1, 2, 3 again. A very soft one onto the ribs. 1, 2, 3 again. Hard left coming from Aibon, and then he goes back darking. My fear is if he releases a punch that catches Onyango, those swings of his are very wild and they pack the power.
You should be very careful with those swings.
Well, Onyango bent on entertaining the crowd here and going in with the soft punches but getting the points. Tried to go for an uppercut that didn't quite connect. It's probably very easy to see where his punches is going because he's got the white glove, so you can easily see where he's going to. Oh, Aibon's punch is not getting there. But also Onyango is not getting out of the way every time the punches are coming.
Yeah. He should be very careful because the guy's got wild punches.
Oh, that's a hard right that went into the face of Aibon. Sent it onto the ground again. Mr. Orlando is giving him the counter. He's up on his feet, going onto the side. He's going to go for the 8 count. I think the referee has managed to get him through the 8 count, has talked to him and asked him whether he's willing to continue. He says he can't continue, and that's the end of the round. Second time that George Onyango has flown his opponent for the 8 count in the rounds.
I told you Onyango is just hitting up. Now I think Aibon will not go the full distance. That's my thought.
Well, I think most of the fans here would probably want to see the weight of the punches, not just the style. The style is there, but the weight of the punches was not there earlier. And he's only put in the weight after he himself got a punch from Aibon. And that's the one that made him now start punching harder. That's him again. But he took a hard left from Aibon before now he released the right left that floored Aibon onto the ground. Those are wild swings from Aibon. If you're not careful with them, they will floor you as well.
Sure.
He's got to take cognizance of that fact as well.
But I think whatever George is doing, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I've never seen him fight like that.
Well, round 4 of 6 rounds scheduled in the men's super welterweight fight in the Kalakoda Friday fight night, dubbed the Nightmare in Nairobi. 10 bouts in total. Right lefts from Aibon. They're hard enough, pinning Onyango onto the ropes and forcing him to get out, to duck out as well, as Aibon comes rejuvenated. And Onyango goes back into the same tactics as well, waiting for Aibon to throw the punches before he goes with the soft ones to get the points as well, but also to try and weaken his opponent. A left uppercut that didn't quite connect. Aibon goes with the swings onto the body. That's a dangerous position that Aibon has put himself in when he's hunching over like that. He puts himself in a bad position for the flurry of punches that is expected to come from the opponent. Onyango slows it down a bit. Aibon with a 1-2-3 on the sides. They are hitting onto the guard rails of Onyango. Right, left again. Onyango momentarily sizing up his opponent. And I think Aibon has not given him a chance to go into the very hard punches as yet in this round, Atanas.
I think now Onyango should use his reach. He should use his reach now.
So stay away and just throw in the punches from a distance.
Sure, from a
not
distance.
to let Aibon come very close.
Because he has got the height advantage. He has got the long arms and whatever. He has got everything in him.
But Aibon, on the other hand, has got to get close to be able to punch because of that reach. And when he's close like that, there is the danger as well, because if he releases a hard punch, then he could floor his opponent as well. So maybe even Aibon should use the advantages that he's got as well. He's a hard puncher, he's stockier, shorter, and he has to fight close to George Onyango. You're right, Onyango now is staying the distance. He's putting a distance between him and the boxer, and the Tanzanian boxer. A 1-2 from Onyango. They're a little bit slow in this round as well. That's a wild swing again from Aibon. Good left from Aibon. Onyango returns it with a hard right as well. A right left from Aibon. And now he's challenging for the number of punches being thrown here as well. Another right from Aibon. That's a good left from Aibon. Caught Onyango unaware there and almost buckled him a bit. He goes into a flurry of punches. Starts from the lower body, coming up towards the head. Another right left from Onyango. Right left again. Oh, that's one going into the abdomen, and then again they get to the rounds. An evenly contested round, in my opinion, in this one, Atanas. What do you think?
Onyango, the round they were slow somehow, but Onyango really displayed good boxing. Now what I can advise him is that let him use his reach. Let him use his reach. And he should not be caught. He should be far away from the opponent.
What about the opponent? How would you advise him as well? He's got very heavy punches, this man. He's not landing them, but when he lands them, you can see Onyango buckling under those punches.
You know, when you are short, you should be inside your opponent. You should get inside your opponent and very fast.
In your boxing days, you were of the same height, Atanas. What were you doing to get the better of your opponents? This was a hard one that came in from Onyango onto the face that sent him down. What were you doing in your days?
Very fast. I was doing it very fast, very shift. I was 100% that when I get inside, I go to the body, then you will bring the head on top.
So that's what Aibon should be doing then.
Exactly.
Get in there and go into the body and go in hard as well.
Exactly.
If he's to get the better of Onyango,
Yeah.
who's got a very good home support here today. Another left going to Waze face, and that's Aibon coming in with some hard punches, and Onyango will be forced to go in hard and fast as well. Aibon has got the same rhythm. 1-2, then he moves back. Then he has to organize himself for another 1-2 to come in. 1-2, then he moves back. Onyango decides to cut that a bit with the body punches. That's a hard left coming from Aibon, and another right onto the body. Another hard right as well. Now Onyango forced to unleash the power. That's a good right from Onyango.
That's a very good body shot.
Oh, that's a good one onto the face of Aibon. It weakens him a bit, and Aibon goes down again from those punches. But I think he's going to beat the count easily. Momentarily, he was puzzled about what had happened there. 2 fights so far for Aibon, and he has won both of them. One on a technical knockout against Joseph Masunga, and one on a unanimous points decision against Ambukile Mwambisi. But here he still has to come in and face the experience of George Onyango, who is on his 11th fight. That's a hard right coming from George Onyango. The left is good from Aibon. He's got a very hard punch every time when he's coming in, that's for sure. Onyango doesn't give the power that would have been required on those punches he was going in with. But they seem to be weakening Aibon every time when they go into the abdomen. And that's a weak point. When you hit him in the abdomen, Aibon suddenly goes very soft, doesn't he?
Exactly. You know, he's weak downstairs.
He is weak, yes.
He's weak downstairs.
You call it downstairs, eh?
Yeah, he's weak downstairs.
Yeah, he's weak on the abdomen. And any punch that goes there weakens him totally. The ones on the head are totally knocking him out as well. That's Onyango toying around with him just for the points. Onto the face, just touching on the abdomen. Onyango has not released any of the hard punches that you expect. Once you've weakened the opponent, you're supposed to finish it off with a hard punch, Atnas.
He should move to the left and come up with a very good body shot.
So step onto the left and come out with a right swing.
Exactly.
Wow, that's what the coach should have been telling him as well. And Aibon's coach should have been telling him as well that he needs to change the tact. It shouldn't be the same all the time. 1-2 and then going in. 1-2 and then it goes out again. And he's waiting for every moment to throw the 1-2. Now it's a left swing that he has attempted for the last, 3 jabs that he did. They were all coming from the left swing, and he's not landing them at all. He attempts a right one. It's all very desperate. Oh, that's another one. Goes onto the face of Aibon. 1-2 combination from Onyango. But again, Aibon will have survived the rounds. And that tells you that he's a very strong boxer as well.
Exactly. You know, Bernard, you make me laugh sometimes.
Why? The fans are seeing the same thing we are seeing here. So why does that make you laugh?
I remember my days in the ring. Was that the way I used to punch?
Used to punch that hard. And then you wait.
That's my question.
So you punch and then you wait. You punch and then you wait.
Yeah.
You and a man called Maurice Maina Kawata had the same tact all the time. You were both short. You both would go with a flurry of punches and then you step back, wait a bit, and then release the flurry of punches. But here, his is the same. It was one every time.
Yeah.
One every time.
Yeah.
One every time. It came from the right and then it came from the left. It's a rhythm that is very easy to read.
Let me tell you, Bernard, it is very good when you're fighting an opponent. You start him nicely. Like the way George, if I were to advise him, if he can slip to the left and come with a body punch, I'm sure he's gonna finish the fight.
Well, we are in round 6 of 6 rounds scheduled. And the round has not been satisfactorily decided. Onyango has been going in for the points, and I think that Aibon has been waiting to get a chance for a knockout. Now Onyango looks more open in the way he's throwing the punches. And for Aibon, he knows you could win this fight very easily with just a knockout. But the punches are not getting there. A right by Onyango forces Aibon to coil back into himself. Onyango on the left of your screens, Aibon on the right, and Aibon again soaking another one on the head. Onyango has unleashed a right this time round. Another right, so he's going on a right-left, and Aibon is in trouble suddenly with his wild punches, almost swinging himself onto the ground. A 1-2 combination from Onyango. Then good left. Taking a little time to just have a breather a bit. That's a good right-left from Onyango as Aibon organizes his punches as well. Right-left from Onyango. The fans urging them to go on and fight other than face each other from a distance. Right, a double left and then a right from Onyango. That's for the points, just scoring for the points, but he should be careful. This fight could end either way very easily, Atanas. Either way very easily.
You know, Onyango is just buying time because you know he's winning.
But it's round 6 of 6. There's no time to buy anymore. If Aibon catches him with a hard punch, that will be the end of it.
Yeah, exactly. But he should be very careful. Should be very careful whatever he's doing.
Onyango dancing away from Aibon's intended punch here. Good left onto the face of Aibon, and then a right as well. Well, going a little bit low to try and send in an uppercut. And it's almost as if there was an agreement not to knock anyone out in this one, because Onyango's punches are getting there, but they don't have the weight enough to be able to, knock out the opponent.
Exactly. But Onyango, for today, he really displayed good boxing.
Wow, he's still soaking in the points. Right swing onto the ribs that came from Aibon. Caught Onyango. Oh, he was waiting for Aibon to come up with the punches and ducking out of it. He's trying to sneak in an uppercut. He catches him on the head. A left-right again from Onyango, and another left-right. Trying to get his man to a position where he can tire him out and be out of the round 6. A very well-fought round in this super welterweight contest between George Onyango of Kenya and Bariki Aibon of Tanzania. The younger boxer, the Kenyan boxer, 28 years old, has actually gone in more for the points in the bouts than anything else. For Aibon, he was trying to get a chance at a knockout. And he took his chances, but they didn't work for him. In fact, if there was anybody who could have occasioned a knockout, it was going to be Onyango himself. But the weight of his punches are the ones that makes this go the full distance.
Yeah, sure.
So if you were to give the points out of this one, who would you give them to?
Onyango.
Why?
He did everything in the ring. He really worked in for that fight.
I think he worked for the points, and he did.
Yeah,
he wanted to win it with the points, and he
Yeah.
worked for the points. And I think he got them very well in just the number of punches that he was putting in all the time.
And don't forget, he displayed good boxing.
Yeah, good boxing is good to display, but winning the contest is equally important. My fear was that he was going to be caught with, a lucky punch. And a lucky punch is part of boxing, isn't it?
It is.
I was worried about a lucky punch coming from Aibon.
Yeah, because he used to come with wild punches.
And that could have happened very easily, couldn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, because
you never know.
there were wild swings that were coming from this man, Bariki Aibon. They are long and they are hard. If they catch you, Atanas, they were going to floor you.
You can go. You can go.
So
Definitely.
for Onyango, it was about the points, getting the points. So he was getting the touches very nicely for the points, but the fans were also expecting that there would have been, like one of those hard punches to floor your opponent, but they didn't come.
That's what everybody was expecting.
Well, George Onyango, 28 years old, the Kenyan with 11 fights now, and previously having had only 3 losses and 1 draw, and last fought in Germany, winning by a technical knockout. Is probably about to again claim another victory here. As soon as the announcement is done, then from the ringside, we'll be able to find out how the judges have scored the fight. Judge number 1 was Leonard Wanga, judge number 2 George Athman, and judge number 3 Charles Juma.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has gone to the judges' card. And judge number 1 gives 50 points, 50 points to the blue corner, and 60 points to the red corner. Judge number 2 gives 50 points to the blue corner and 60 points to the red corner. Judge number 3 gives 50 points to the blue corner and 60 points to the red corner. And the winner by unanimous points decision from the red corner is George Onyango.
looked pretty obvious when it was going to go to the points. They were going, it was going to go in favor of George Onyango. He took them in very gracefully earlier on. He managed to get every point in right from the beginning. He didn't want to spend too much energy, didn't want to work too hard, but he wanted to work smart, and he has managed to get the win in this one, Atanas.
You see, he has also stayed for long without a fight, so that's also is a